Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. You ever open an old drawer at your parents' house, spot a beat-up revolver or some dusty semi-auto, and think, probably worth 50 bucks in a story? Yeah, me too. But here's the thing. Every single week, guns just like they're crossing the auction block for 5, 6, even 7 figures. We're talking regular Joes who inherited grandpa's service pistol or a cop's off-duty snubby, and suddenly they're paying off the house. Today I'm counting down the 20 handguns that went from cool old piece to retirement fund faster than you can clear leather. Stick around to the very end, because number 1 just sold for more than a Lamborghini, and it might be hiding in your safe right now. Let's roll. Kicking things off at number 20 is the pistol that flipped the handgun world upside down. The original Glock 17 Gen 1 from 1982. Back then, everyone mocked this blocky polymer striker-fired wonder as a cheap Tupperware toy that'd fail spectacularly. But Gaston Glock, a guy with zero gun experience, proved them all wrong, sparking a global revolution that sold over 20 million units in 65-plus countries. Now, these early babies are collector catnip, especially the ultra-rare AF prefix serials from the first U.S. import run in 1986. A near-mint one with the original box and pencil barrel? That's pushing $5,000 easy at recent auctions, up over 25% in the last year thanks to 40th anniversary fever. Strengths are unbeatable. Insane reliability with thousands of jam-free rounds. Simple 34-part design that's a breeze to maintain. 17-round capacity that crushed the competition. And intuitive safe-action safeties for foolproof carry. Weaknesses? That ugly, unrefined brick look, snappy early recoil from stiff springs, and potential slide lock where if neglected. Still, in the hot modern collectibles market, these outperform everything, while new Glocks tank in value. Gen 1s keep climbing as the ultimate I told you so investment. Spot an AF serial with factory grease? Cash in big time. Sliding into 19 are the final glorious snubbies from Colt's golden age. The late-run Cobra and Detective Special. These were the original ankle guns for every plainclothes cop in the 60s and early 70s. Super light aluminum Cobra for all-day comfort. Steel-framed Detective Special for alley fights. Both hiding 6 rounds of .38 Special in a package you could palm during handshake. That silky DA trigger and pinpoint accuracy made them legends. And now, they're red-hot collectibles. A mint nickel Cobra with factory box just hit $1,600, and pre-72 Detective Specials with police markings matched dollar for dollar. Boomer estates are unloading them by the thousands, yet prices keep soaring thanks to the wheel gun revival. Gen Z loves that noir vibe, and Revolver nuts crave the iconic Colt Ping. Pros: insanely concealable, bomb-proof reliability, heirloom bluing that ages like whiskey. Cons: only 6 shots, heavy trigger on tire examples, and parts are getting scarce. Still, the market is on fire. Auctions can't keep them in stock, values jump 15% yearly, and documented cop guns are already pushing $2,000. If grandpa's old service revolver is tucked in a sock drawer, grab it fast. These blue-collar beauties are turning into pure gold. Number 18 blasts us to World War II with a Walther P08, the tougher, cheaper 9mm that finally retired the fancy Luger and armed the Wehrmacht from Stalingrad to Sicily. Early 1940 high-polished blue gems with Eagle WA stamps are pure art. Matching mag all-original examples just sold for $2,600, while even rough late-war phosphate spree works clear grand when numbers match. Add vet bring-back papers or a name carved under the grip, and you're instantly at double money. Pros: silky DA/SA trigger for fast first shots, ergonomic grip that points like your finger, lock breech toughness that devours dirty surplus ammo, and a takedown lever that makes cleaning a breeze. Cons: heavy DA pull, only 8 rounds, slide bite on skinny grips, and finding original mags is a nightmare. The market is red hot, up 20% since 2023 thanks to every World War II documentary dropping. And honest GI trophies vanish in hours while Russian capture junk floods the cheap seats. If Grandpa's war souvenir still has the 1945 newspaper wrapped around it, don't touch the bluing, just send it to auction, because that's not a pistol, it's a four-figure history lesson waiting to pay out big. At 17 sits the slickest little Colt nobody saw coming, the Diamondback, a mini Python in a three-piece suit with vent rib swagger and mirror royal blue that screams 1960s class. From 66 to 88, these gems came in .22 LR or .38 special. But the rimfire versions are the holy grail. Only 20,000 ever made against 150,000 .38s. A pristine 4-inch .22 in factory box, just hammered for $3,400, and clean .38s are knocking on $3,000 hard. That hand-lapped action and micro-groove rifling shoot ragged one-hole groups at 25 yards, making bullseye champs and backyard plinkers grin like kids. Pros: buttery trigger, laser accuracy, finishes that age like movie stars, and .22 recoil, softer than a kitten. Cons: 6 rounds only, .38 kicks harder than it looks, and timing jobs cost a fortune. Market's on fire, up 20% yearly as every 60s league shooter's estate hits the block and Gen Z drools over the bling on social. Nickel examples vanish in hours. Lettered cop guns already top $5,000. If Grandpa had a basement full of bowling pins and a .22 Colt, he called his plinker. Raid that safe now. His forgotten toy just became a legit fortune. 16 is pure insanity. The Singer 1911A1, built by the sewing machine company that answered Uncle Sam's 1940 panic plea and delivered exactly 500 flawless .45s before the contract vanished overnight. Machined like jewelry, yes, on the slide, perfect parkerizing, these are the rarest production 1911s on Earth. Maybe 250 left alive. That's why an all-original cartouche-correct Singer smashed $80,000 at auction this year. Up 30% in 2 years as Wall Street gun bros and World War II nuts fight to own the ultimate flex. Pros: glass crisp trigger, .45 ACP authority, slides so smooth it feels illegal, and Singer craftsmanship that embarrasses every other maker. Cons: shoot it and you're torching money. 7 rounds feels ancient, 2-pound brick on your hip, and fakes are everywhere. Market is straight rocket fuel. One surfaces and the internet explodes. Lettered examples already whisper 6 figures. If Grandpa's war trophy has that tiny sewing machine logo and serial under S800100, quit everything, vault it, insure it for 6 figures, and call your financial planner. You didn't inherit a pistol, you inherited the Mona Lisa of 1911s. Cash it wisely. Number 15 is pure gun history on steroids. The 1836 Colt Paterson, Samuel Colt's very first production revolver, and the spark that ignited everything we love about the Old West. This slender .36 caliber beauty rocked a 5-shot cylinder, octagon barrel, hidden folding trigger that flips out like magic, and a loading lever so Texas Rangers could reload at a gallop while dodging arrows. Only about 2,400 were ever built before the factory went belly up, and fewer than 1,000 survive today, most looking like they took a swim in the Gulf. Strengths? It turned one-shot pistols into repeaters overnight, feels perfectly balanced in the hand, and that cap and ball design kept fighting through rainstorms. Weaknesses are brutal. 5 rounds instead of 6, reloads slower than molasses, super fragile brass frame that can burst if you overload it, and 0 parts availability unless you know a master gunsmith with a time machine. On the market, it's untouchable royalty. Rough basket case relics still start at $15,000. Decent Marshall Mark shooters climb past 50 or 100, and the true unicorns, factory case Texas Navy sets with flask, mold, and spare cylinder, hammered $325,000 at auction last year with bidders crying they didn't go higher. Provenance and originality are everything. Fakes are everywhere, so get it authenticated before you pop champagne. Holding a Paterson isn't just owning a gun. It's gripping the actual birth certificate of the revolver revolution, the Declaration of Independence that still clicks after 189 years. Number 14 is the absolute beast that made the Paterson look like a toy, the Colt Walker, a 4.5-pound .44 caliber monster built in 1847 for the Mexican-American War. Texas Rangers begged Sam Colt to make something that could drop a war pony at a gallop, and he delivered. 9-inch barrel, 6 shots of pure thunder, and a loading lever so dragoons could reload on horseback. Only 1,100 rolled out of Whitney's armory, and half reportedly burst from overloaded charges, leaving maybe 200 survivors today. Every single one is tracked by serial number in collector circles. A decent Marshall-inspected example with visible cartouche starts around 150 grand, but add a letter linking it to Buena Vista or Captain Sam Walker himself, and you're in seven-figure land. One cased beauty hammered at $1.6 million not long ago. Pros? Insane stopping power, perfect balance for its size, and pure frontier legend status. Cons are brutal. Cylinders sometimes ruptured. It's heavier than a shotgun. Black powder fouling turns it into a single shot after 10 rounds, and good luck finding parts. Still, the market is red hot. Western funds, museums, and billionaire cowboys fight over them, and every new Netflix series pushes values higher. If your family rode with Hayes Rangers or has an old trunk marked Mexico 1847, stop everything and start digging, because that rust bucket in the attic might just buy you the entire ranch tomorrow. Number 13 drops us right into the smoke and chaos of the Civil War with the wildest handgun that ever rode in a battle. The LeMat Grapeshot revolver, brainchild of a Louisiana doctor who clearly woke up one morning and said, "Hold my mint julep. I'm building a 9-shot cap and ball with a freaking shotgun under the barrel." Yeah, you heard that right. 9 rounds of .42 up top spinning on a cylinder the size of a coffee can, and then a smoothbore 20-gauge barrel loaded with buckshot or a single slug for when you really needed to clear the room. Confederate cavalry officers went absolutely nuts for these things because one well-timed flip of the nose lever turned you from pistolero to pocket artillery, perfect for breaking up Yankee charges or blasting through wagon canvas at 10 paces. Only about 2,900 were ever made, mostly smuggled through the blockade from France and England, and the South lost so many battles that surviving examples usually come with scars, stories, or both. The pros are pure legend status. Nothing screams Civil War badass like flipping between ball and buck. The balance is surprisingly good for something that looks like a steampunk fantasy, and the intimidation factor alone probably ended a few skirmishes before the first shot. Downsides? Try reloading 9 chambers plus a shotgun barrel under fire with loose powder and percussion caps while your horse is doing the cha-cha. Good luck, buddy. And that center barrel loves to foul so bad you'll think you're shooting black powder soup after 20 rounds. And number 12, we're jumping into one of the wildest, most ahead-of-its-time pistols ever built, the Heckler & Koch P7, the legendary squeeze cocker that still blows minds 45 years later. Picture this. You grab the grip and squeeze the front strap. Boom! The striker cocks instantly. Let go, and it decocks safely. No manual safety, no decocker lever, just pure German wizardry. That gas-delayed blowback system uses a little piston under the barrel to keep the slide closed longer. So you get almost no felt recoil, insane accuracy, and the flattest shooting 9mm you'll ever feel. Fixed barrel means a sub-2-inch groups at 25 yards all day long. German police issued these things from the late 70s through the early 2000s because they were stone-cold reliable and idiot-proof under stress. The M13 holds 13 rounds. The M8 holds 8 with a heel-release mag that Europeans loved, and the super-rare M7 in .380 is basically a unicorn. Downside? They run hot after a few mags. The squeeze lever can tire your hand on long-range days, and spare parts are rarer than honest politicians. But man, the trigger is like breaking glass, and the ergonomics feel custom-molded to your palm. Right now, the market is on fire. Collectors and tactical hipsters are fighting over every clean example. A boxed PSP with the early date code and European mag release just sold for $4,800, and Mint M13S with police provenance are knocking on $5 grand easy. Number 11 is Swiss perfection personified. The legendary SIG P210, a handgun hand-fitted like a luxury watch by craftsmen who treated every thousandth of a millimeter like a personal insult. This thing prints sub-1-inch groups at 50 yards straight from the factory, With a single-action trigger that breaks cleaner than glass and a fixed barrel that turns recoil into a gentle suggestion. Early Neuhausen-marked 1940S. 1950S models with a militia cross and matching mags are trading $7 to $9 grand right now, while the long slide P210-6 target versions with adjustable sights and factory walnut are pushing 12 large and climbing fast. Pros: accuracy that humiliates modern pistols, balance that feels telepathic, and a mirror finish that ages like George Clooney. Cons: only 8 rounds, grip safety can pinch small hands, and parts are rarer than honest politicians. Market is pure insanity. Depot releases and estate guns vanish in hours. Prices leap 10% every season, and new money collectors pay stupid premiums just to flex that Swiss proof mark on social. If your family has a 1950s private purchase or Danish police trade-in, still wearing original bluing, stop everything. That's not grandpa's old plinker. That's a rolling 5-figure lottery ticket with a reputation that makes every other pistol apologize for existing. Lock it, letter it, and watch the auction world lose its mind. This is the gun that invented Swiss watch accuracy and then proved the phrase was too humble. Number 10 is the silent revolver killer, the Smith & Wesson Model 39, America's first homegrown double-action 9mm that rolled out in 1954 and ended the wheel gun era overnight. Lightweight alloy frame, 8 rounds of 9mm, and a DA/SA trigger so smooth it turned every revolver cop into a convert. NYPD alone bought thousands and made it the original stakeout superstar. In 2025, a clean boxed example with papers hammers $1,800 to $2,200 easy. Steel frame prototypes and military-marked Air Force trials guns blast past $3,500 to $4,200, and NYPD property tag gems vanish the second they hit gun broker. Pros: feather-light carry, bomb-proof reliability, ergos that fit like a glove. Cons: 8 rounds feels vintage now, alloy frames crack under abuse, mags cost stupid money. Market is pure chaos. Every retiree estate dumps another safe queen, and prices jump 15% yearly, while retro carry influencers flex them on TikTok. If grandpa's snub-nosed backup has ISP or NYPD markings still pinned to the frame, that's not an old cop gun. That's a 4-figure retirement ticket wearing mid-century swagger. This slick humpback didn't just change the game, it burned the old rulebook, lit a cigarette, and walked away like a badass. Lock it up before Uncle Jimmy trades it for a torque wrench, because the gun that killed the revolver is now cashing million-dollar nostalgia checks. Number 9 is the undisputed king of TV detectives, the Colt Detective Special, the 2-inch snub that slipped into every trench coat from Dragnet to Miami Vice and made 6 shots of .38 Special look sexier than a martini. Born 1927, this pocket rocket defined noir cool with its squared grip, signature ping cylinder close, and velvet DA trigger that turned every gumshoe into a legend. In 2025, first issue 1930s exposed ejector gems hammered $2,000 to $2,800. Pre-war PPD/bank vault letter guns blast $3,000 to $4,100. And nickel 3rd series with factory pearl grips vanish at $3,500 plus. Pros: disappears in any pocket, Colt Lockwork laughs at abuse, accuracy that embarrasses modern snubs. Cons: 6 rounds only, heavy DA pull, timing jobs cost a fortune. Market is pure chaos. Noir fans, movie armors, and Gen Z retro influencers fight like hyenas. Prices leap 20% yearly, and every estate clean-out sparks a bidding war. If grandpa's coat gun still wears perfect high-polished blue and unturned screws, that's not junk, that's a 4-figure screen icon ready to pay rent. This is the snubby that made black and white cool, and right now, it's cashing nostalgia checks bigger than the ratings. Lock it up before someone trades it for a vape, because the king just reclaimed its throne, and the crown is solid gold. Number 8 is Bond's Forever Wingman. The Walther PPK, the Sleep Point .380 that slipped into 007's holster in 1962 and turned every spy fan into a collector. Born 1931 for German detectives, this blowback beauty packs DA perfection, Decocker safety, and lines so sexy they should come with a license to kill. In 2025 pre-68 no mark in Firearms gems hammer $3,000 to $4,650 all day, and Party Leader or MI6 documented examples vanish past $10,000. Pros: disappears in a tux, reliability that survived SMERSH, trigger like melted butter. Cons: 6 rounds, .380 bytes, slide choose high thumbs. Market is pure 007 mania. Bond co-sponsors, Cold War collectors, and Gen Z TikTok agents bid like drunks at Casino Royale. Prices leap 15% yearly. If Grandpa's war trophy still wears 98% bluing and the Walther banner is razor sharp, that's not a pocket pistol. That's a 5-figure shaken not stirred lottery ticket. One doctor. No Armor duplicate sold last month for $6,250 before the gavel cooled. Lock it before someone Cerakotes it pink, because 007 Sidekick just stole the whole damn movie and cashed the biggest check in the franchise. Number 7 is the original Wonder 9, the Mauser C96 Broomhandle, the 1896 legend that stuffed 10 7.63 by 25mm rounds into a box mag and outshot everything before Glocks were a twinkle in Gaston's eye. Its long barrel, broom-shaped grip, and holster stock combo made it a carbine pistol hybrid Churchill and warlords loved. Hell, it's Han Solo's DL-44 blaster. In 2025, World War I red 99mm models with red-painted grips hit $10,000 to $15,000. One 1917 Beauty sold for $14,250 last month. Chinese Shangxi .45 ACP Warlord guns with Wu stamps? Try $35,000 for a verified piece. Pros: rifle-like accuracy with stock, bulletproof build, velocity that spanked revolvers. Cons: awkward grip, slow stripper clip reloads, barrel swaps are a myth. Collectors lose their minds. Red 9s vanish instantly. BOLO models fetch $8,000 to $12,000, and Chinese contracts are blank check territory. If Grandpa's China souvenir has Taiyuan arsenal marks, don't clean it. That's a 6-figure ticket to Star Wars fame. Lock it, letter it, and watch auction houses beg, because the Broomhandle didn't just start the Wonder 9 trend. It wrote the damn script and cashed the check. Number 6 is the godfather of high capacity, the Browning High Power, JMB's final masterpiece that stuffed 13 9mm rounds in a 1935 and made every 1911 owner cry. Slim, sexy, and adopted by 93 countries, it went from French cavalry to Nazi occupation to English SOE drops to SAS legend. In 2025 Nazi tangent sight, guns hammer $3,000 to $4,850. Canadian English number 2 asterisk soar $4,000 to $9,200 with provenance. In pre-war Belgian hand-fitted mirror blue Royals blast $8,000 to $18,500 for pearl grip unicorns. Pros: perfect ergos, bulletproof reliability, 13-round still flex. Cons: mag safety mush, early slides crack on hot ammo, mags cost stupid money. Market is pure insanity. SAS collectors, World War II funds, and retro carry influencers bid like it's VE Day. Prices leap 12% yearly. If Grandpa's Belgium souvenir wears WA 140 or Canadian broad arrow, don't touch the finish. That's a 5-figure king wearing original grease. One 1943 English with drop holster sold $9,200 last week before the Echo died. Lock it before someone Duracoats it FD, because the high power didn't just start the Wonder 9 revolution. It built the throne, wore the crown, and is now cashing royal retirement checks. Number 5 is the wrist-wrecking, budget-killing legend. The Colt Python, Colt's 1955.357 masterpiece with ham-lapped action, full underlug, vent rib, and royal blue so deep you'll need sunglasses. Trigger like butter, accuracy that shames rifles, and swagger that made every 80s cop show beg for one. In 2025 and 1960s, 4-inch 98% blue with box hammers $9,000 to $14,750 easy. 6 Target models blast $15,000 to $18,000. And movie armor or Jerry Miculek lettered snakes vanish at $25,000 to $28,500. Pros: Sub-MOA groups, sexiest revolver ever, recoil that teaches respect. Cons: timing jobs cost a kidney, parts are unicorn tears, heavy DA wears fingers out. Market is absolute chaos. Boomer estates dump them. Gen Z flexes them. Auction houses can't keep up. Prices jump 20% yearly. One Miami Vice prop, 4-inch, sold $28,500 last month before the Echo died. If Grandpa's hunting revolver still wears perfect screws and mirror blue, don't touch it. That's a 6-figure Cobra coiled in the safe. Lock it, letter it, and watch the snake strike everyone else's wallet while yours gets venom rich. The Python didn't just ruin wrists and budgets. It slithered to the top of the food chain and made every other wheel gun bow. Number 4 is toggle lock royalty. The Luger P08, the 1898 German masterpiece. So gorgeous GIs in 1945 smuggled them home in socks, helmets, and body bags. Mirror blue, straw parts, grip angle from heaven, and that iconic knee joint toggle made it the most desired war trophy ever. In 2025 and 1917, DWM Navy 6-inch with stock and board hammers $38,000 to $45,000. Artillery LP08S with 8-barrel and snail drum blast $20,000 to $52,000. Mint dated chamber air forts vanish past $60,000 to $100,000 with bring-back papers. Pros: Sub-MOA accuracy, smoothest action ever, beauty that stops hearts. Cons: jams if you sneeze, parts cost a kidney, shooting 1 torch's value. Market is absolute insanity. World War II funds, Imperial collectors, and Gen Z history bros bid like it's V-Day. Prices leap 25% yearly. One 1918 drum rig sold $52,000 last week before the Echo died. If Grandpa's Berlin souvenir still has 1945 newspaper oil and 0 pits, don't touch it. That's a 6-figure museum king wearing original grease. Lock it, letter it, and watch auction houses beg, because the Luger didn't just end wars. It stole every heart, duffel, and wallet on the planet and never gave them back. Number 3 is the man-stopper that made Clint a god. The Smith & Wesson Model 29.44 Magnum. The 1955 hand cannon that turned "Do You Feel Lucky?" into America's battle cry. 6.5-inch nickel dirty hairy icons hammer $6,000 to $11,250 all day in 2025. Early 4-screw 1950s pinned and recessed classics blast $12,000 to $21,500. One 1956 first year sold $21,500 last month. Pros: drops Buicks and Bears, accuracy that shames rifles, recoil that teaches respect. Cons: wrist breaker blast, muzzle flash blinds rooms, reloads feel like punishment. Market is pure chaos. Movie collectors, cowboy shooters, Gen Z flex lords bid like it's 1971. Prices leap 18% yearly. If Grandpa's grizzly medicine still wears mirror nickel and 4 screws, don't touch it. That a 5-figure punk feeling lucky lottery ticket. Lock it, letter it, and watch auction houses beg, because one Eastwood Squint didn't just sell tickets. It turned steel into gold and every safe queen into a millionaire maker. Number 2 is America's forever sweetheart. The World War II 1911 A1.45, the slab-sided hero that shipped with every GI and came home scarred, greasy, and legendary. Colt, Ithaca, Remington, Singer. Any maker, any story for figures minimum. In 2025, shooter-grade bringbacks hammer $4,000 to $7,850 all day. Documented singers blast $25,000 to $28,500. US&S rarities $18,000 to $25,000. Named vet examples with dog tags soar past $30,000. Pros: .45 stops fights, glass rod trigger, ergos no clone matches. Cons: 7 rounds, worn barrel shoot wide, parts cost gold. Market is pure patriotic insanity. Vet families, reenactors, collectors bid like it's D-Day. Prices leap 20% yearly. One 1944 Singer with pilot photo sold $28,500 last week before the gavel cooled. If Grandpa's Foot Locker hides a Parkerized Colt with Pacific Sand in the grips, don't touch it. That's a 5-figure time machine to 1945. Lock it, letter it, and watch freedom cash the biggest check in history. Because this isn't a gun. It's the heartbeat of the greatest generation still thumping in safes across the country. Number 1. The Undisputed King. The original Colt single-action army. The Peacemaker, the 1873 six-shooter that won the West, armed Wyatt, Billy, and Patton, and turned every sunset into legend. In 2025, Ainsworth inspected cavalry models hammer $50,000 to $150,000 all day. First Gen black powder 90% blue unicorns blast $200,000 to $235,000. Documented Wyatt Billy kid guns vanish $375,000 to $750,000 plus. Pros: balance from heaven, 3-pound poetry trigger, history you feel in your bones. Cons: black powder only, mule kick recoil, reloads, lose gunfights. Market is absolute insanity. Billionaires, museums, ranch heirs bid like it's tombstone. Prices leap 25% yearly. One 1875 first gen sold $235,000 last month before the Echo died. If Grandpa's ranch trunk hides serial less than $200K with perfect cylinder seam and untouched screws, don't touch it. That's the Mona Lisa wearing frontier blue. Lock it, letter it, and watch the Peacemaker cash $1,000,000 sunsets, because this isn't a gun. It's the soul of America forged in steel, still clicking 4 times and cashing the biggest checks on earth. Yeah, partner, your safe just struck gold. There you have it, 20 ordinary handguns that turn into $1,000,000 lottery tickets. Next time you're at Mom's house helping clean out the garage, slow down when you see that old leather holster in the back corner. Could be a story, could be a college fund, could be a down payment on a ranch. Either way, now you know what to look for. Drop a comment with the coolest old gun you've ever found in the family. Hit that like button if you learned something, subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss an update on what these things are actually selling for. I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe out there.